Hey, I'm Megan Davies, and you're watching Celeb Secrets TV. So I'm very fiscally conservative. So I definitely wasn't one of those people who right away quit my job and got by eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Although I definitely jumped, but it wasn't as big a jump, I think, as other people would have. I waited probably 2 years, till I really had a sure following, and people were buying things on iTunes, and I knew that okay, I definitely will most likely have money come in next month. So I really waited a while. It's not as I wish I had a better story for that, but I waited a bit. So oh man. I mean, I'm definitely really happy that my Zynga never reappeared from middle school, and my MySpace I think is buried. I used to be in a punk band in high school that hasn't resurfaced. There's a documentary on YouTube. No one's found it, and no one will find it. Watch, someone's gonna find it now. But that I don't know. I think there's we're growing up in the age of the internet, so there's going to be things, and I'm sure I'm posting things now I'm going to look back on in 10 years and be like, why did I post that? But it's my first original project, so that alone was super exciting and new for me. Releasing covers for the past 4 years. Just finally getting a project out that's 100% my original words, and what I want to say it was very just refreshing for me personally, and felt like it was something that needed to happen. It was a necessary progression. But yeah, it's really just, it's a reflection of where I'm at in my life, my mid-20s, trying to figure out who I am and what I want, and technically being an adult, but not really feeling like an adult. So yeah, that's kind of the theme, I guess, around the song. So actually, I recorded it. The two producers that I worked with, and this is the first time, all of my covers I produce on my own. I mix, master them on my laptop, basically. So it was my first time working with outside producers, and they were two friends. I actually met them at a party in Nashville, and we just hit it off. I mean, this was less than a year ago probably, and that's how quickly things moved. We loved working with each other, and we ended up making it in one of the producers' house. So it was just kind of I know it felt everything about it felt really right, but I think it's really funny because it sounds it was recorded in a big studio, I think, but it really wasn't. So I had the verses, the first verse in particular I had for a really long time, and it's about, I mentioned how I want to make money, I want to get rich, but I also don't want to sell out as a musician, and I want to find love, but I don't want to be tied down to a husband, and all these conflicting feelings, and I just had that first verse, and I loved it. I would walk around playing it and singing it everywhere, and I had a co-write with another songwriter in town, Jason Walker in Nashville, and I sang him the idea, and he was like, yeah, let's finish this, and so we sat down and finished it in a day, and he could relate because he's he went through a lot of the same things growing as a singer-songwriter, and so it was a very natural process, and we just kind of talked about those conflicting feelings of not being just one type of person all the time. So yeah, that was kind of the growth of the song. I hope that they just feel that it's very honest and real, and they can relate to it. I personally love musicians and music that I can put on and just see myself saying that, and relate. And so I try to be as real as I can, and as honest, like I said, and raw. And so I hope people just connect with it like that. Ooh, a secret talent. Let's see. Well, I actually grew up. I used to play ice hockey when I was growing up. I wasn't terrible. I was actually pretty decent. That's probably an old secret talent. I'm probably not good at it anymore. I don't know that I have any other secret talents, but I'm a hot chocolate connoisseur as well. I'm very, very picky about hot chocolates. I don't know if that's a talent, but it's truth.